Boxing promoter Frank Warren was in attendance for the IBO World Middleweight title fight between Chris Eubank Jr. and Kamil Szeremeta this week, and he was joined by Brazilian footballer Neymar. Warren is an Ireland-born Arsenal fan, and he took the opportunity to try and convince the legendary winger to come and play for his club. "This is the man," Warren said. "He's coming to England. He's going to come and play for Arsenal. When are you coming to Arsenal? We need you, we need you." FC Barcelona star Lamine Yamal has picked up an injury while on international duty with Spain. The 17-year-old finished a 1-0 win over Denmark in the UEFA Nations League on Saturday with discomfort in his hamstring and was seen leaving the stadium limping. The RFEF later released a statement on the matter, saying that Lamine underwent an MRI this morning in Madrid to assess the discomfort reported after the match against Denmark. The tests have not detected a structural injury, and the RFEF Medical Services confirmed that it is an overall. Paul Pogba has rejected an offer to join a Russian club as he nears a return to playing, according to a report. The former Manchester United midfielder could return to the field in March after he had his 4-year drugs ban slashed to just 18 months by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Is reported, however, that his return to playing won't be with current club Juventus, leading to numerous links and offers for his services ahead of his highly anticipated comeback. According to France Football, Russian club Broke Boys FC approached the World Cup winner in a bid to sign him, but the offer is thought to have been politely rejected by the player. Real Madrid chose not to move for a Toni Kroos replacement this summer, but they do intend to pursue a replacement for Luka Modric next year. That is the word coming out of the Spanish capital, and in Bayer Leverkusen's Florian words, they believe they have found their successor for the Croatian legend. Leverkusen CEO Fernando Caro has said publicly that he will not leave for less than €150 million. Bayern Munich and Manchester City stand out as their competition, with the former hoping to unite Germany's biggest stars in Wirtz and Jamal Musiala, and the latter thinking about life post-Kevin Bryant. Barcelona are also interested, but their finances make any move fanciful at this point. An intriguing development reported by SPO-RT has come to light that Raphinha was appointed as the captain of Barcelona this season primarily due to his close relationship with the sporting director, Deco. Players believe that having Raphinha as captain will help address any issues that arise throughout the season. They felt he could facilitate better communication and discussions with Deco given their past working relationship. This decision was made collectively by the players after returning from their pre-season tour. Despite only having spent 2 seasons with the club, Raphinha's selection as captain is particularly noteworthy because he was chosen above more seasoned players. A surprising development has come to light that Spain's national team manager, Luis Lafuente, did not want Lamine Yamal to return to Barcelona unless tests confirmed an actual injury. Yamal returned to Barcelona due to ongoing muscle discomfort. Although the initial fears seemed alarming, both the Spanish Football Federation and Barcelona took a cautious approach. They decided not to risk the player's health despite positive signs within 24 hours of the match against Denmark, prioritizing the player's health and to avoid any risk of injury given the immediacy of the match against Serbia. It is decided to dismiss him. Read a statement from the RFEF medical team. Despite the links to clubs in the Premier League and other teams, Aurelien Tchouameni has not considered the idea of leaving Real Madrid at any point, reports Fabrizio Romano. The former AS Monaco man is not at all entertaining the thought of leaving the Santiago Bernabeu. Romano adds that Tchouameni is only thinking about his future at Real Madrid and that his only focus is on improving himself and succeeding long-term at the club. There has been some criticism towards the French international regarding a few of his recent performances. Despite all of that, Tchouameni enjoys the utter and complete trust of Ancelotti and will continue to be counted on by the Real Madrid head coach. The coaching staff at La Liga giants Barcelona are putting preparations in place for an upcoming mini match at the club's training ground. This comes with a view to ramping up the fitness of a number of the club's returning stars. Barcelona are hopeful of welcoming back several key performers next weekend in the club's post-international break return to action against Sevilla. 3 injury absentees in the form of Dani Olmo, Fermin Lopez and Gavi are being lined up to play at least some part in the La Liga clash. Not only that, but Wadzide Szczesny following. Williams was heavily linked with a move to Barcelona in the summer, with President Joan Laporta claiming the Catalan side were in a position to pay his €58 million release clause. That move never went through, and he ended up being whistled by the Blaugrana fans during Athletics 2-1 loss to Barcelona in August. He is no longer thinking about his future though. I'm not thinking about that now. The fans are very happy that I am staying here and I am very happy to be here. Bilbao is my home. I want to continue enjoying it and the truth is that I am very happy. I have always had things very clear and I think people see it. I think I'm doing really well and trying to take Athletic to the top in Spain and Europe with that final in San Mamés that excites us so much. That's the only thing that matters now, Williams explained. Gavi's injury nightmare is over. The 20-year-old midfielder has been given the green light to return to action 11 months after suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament and meniscus damage. His return to action is now in the hands of manager Hansi Flick. There has been plenty of talk about Gavi returning in fine fettle to training in recent weeks and now Cadena SE, or say that he has been cleared to play by Barcelona's medical staff. The documentary series You Have No Idea continues to captivate viewers with its insightful portrayal of Luis Enrique as the main figure. One of the most compelling episodes focuses on the intense UEFA Champions League tie against Barcelona from last season. This particular chapter shines a light on defender Ronald Araujo, offering a unique glimpse into Enrique's thoughts and strategy shared within the team's dressing room. He identified Araujo as a potential vulnerability in Barcelona's defensive setup, viewing him as the weaker link in the team's ball progression. This insight shapes the game plan, with Enrique emphasizing the need for his players to put pressure on Araujo, particularly in high-stress situations where quick decisions are crucial. Recent reports from Jorge Picon highlight some minor discomfort concerns for Real Madrid goalkeeper Andrew Lunin and defender Eder Militao as they aim to return for their upcoming EURUSSELS European Football Chiefs and the Global Players Union, FIFPRO, united on Monday to criticise FIFA over the global football calendar as they filed an antitrust complaint against the global football governing body. FIFPRO and the European Leagues, which represents 37 domestic leagues, jointly filed a complaint at the European Commission in Brussels in which they argue global football's governing body FIFA is abusing its right as both tournament organiser and regulator. Alaga President Javier Tebas said Monday has been one of the most important days in football and compared the case to that against the failed European Super League. That case centres on employment law and players' rights to holiday. One of their aims is to have a mandated rest period between 3 to 4 weeks per year for players to recuperate. European governing body UEFA has also increased its schedule, notably with the new Champions League format, but not being targeted in the complaint to regulators. Matthew Morrill, Premier League Director of International Football Relations and EU Affairs, said that was because FIFA was responsible for the international calendar and relations were different with UEFA thanks to dialogue. Pep Guardiola seems to have changed his mind about managing England. The Spaniard's deal at Manchester City expires at the end of the season, and with negotiations for a renewal currently on hold, his future remains uncertain. The FA, who are on the hunt for Gareth Southgate's long-term successor, are understood to be monitoring the situation closely amid reports the former Barcelona head coach is top of their wish list. Despite links to the England job, Guardiola insists he's open to extending his deal at City, and it's understood that figures within the club are optimistic about him staying on beyond the end of the current campaign. Dutch forward Memphis Depay, who recently signed with Brazilian club Corinthians, is reportedly looking to make a swift return to European football. Telejuve report that just a month after joining Corinthians, Depay's future at the club is already in jeopardy. The main sponsor responsible for paying the players' wages is reportedly set to withdraw its support from the Brazilian side. This development has led to speculation that Depay might terminate his contract with Corinthians. The former Manchester United and Barcelona player is said to be exploring options for a return to Europe. According to the report, Depay has offered his services to several clubs including Spanish side Sevilla and Italian giants Juventus. Additionally, Manchester United star Manuel Ugarte has suggested he should not be played out of position after enduring a difficult night on international duty with Uruguay. Ugarte started as the middle centre-back as Marcelo Bielsa opted to field the back three against Peru on Saturday night. The World Cup qualifier did not go to plan, with Peru scoring in the 88th minute to claim a 1-0 win in Lima. Manchester United reportedly approached Stuttgart's boss Sebastian Hoeneß to replace Erik ten Hag, only to be rejected by the coach. Ten Hag has guided the club to their worst ever start to a Premier League season, securing a mere 8 points from 7 matches, including devastating 3-0 home losses to arch-rivals Liverpool and also Tottenham, piling immense pressure on the Dutchman. Now, according to German publication Bild, it's been revealed Hoeneß, who, according to Football Transfers, the Blue Stars agent is sounding out the Spanish and Portuguese teams respectively. The report adds the idea of moving to a warmer climate has been put to him to try and stem his recurring muscle injuries. Braham's recovery is going smoother than expected, which is why the club has set a potential return date for the playmaker. As per the report, Braham could return to action on November 2 when Real Madrid are slated to take on Valencia. It appears unlikely Brahim will be available for Real Madrid's upcoming matches in La Liga and in the Champions League. A return date of November 2 implies the playmaker could miss crucial league matches against Celta Vigo and Barcelona respectively. He will also. Libya's warm welcome to Ghana's Black Stars, in contrast to Nigeria's Super Eagles, has raised eyebrows ahead of the crucial AFCON 2025 qualifiers, Soxon NG reports. While Ghana's Black Stars landed without issue in Benghazi, where they are set to face Sudan at the Martyrs of February Stadium, Nigeria's Super Eagles encountered unexpected difficulties. Sudan, unable to play at home due to ongoing civil war, has adopted Libya's Benghazi as their temporary base. According to Nigerian team spokesman Promise Efaka, the plane was rerouted just an hour before landing, leading to confusion and an expected 2-hour drive from Ibrak Airport to Benghazi. Local media cited a technical failure in the airport system as the reason for the diversion that took the Nigerian delegation to Ibrak Airport, where the team has been stranded for over 12 hours. In response to the treatment, the Nigeria